Hello kids! In the previous video we learned about the rotation of earth. In this video is all about the revolution of earth. Are you all ready? Come, let's get in.
Earth and all other planets orbit it. We call this a fixed orbit. It always stays the same. We say that the Earth revolves around the Sun. It constantly goes around it. It never stops. We call this the Earth's revolution. How long does it take the Earth to complete one revolution around the Sun? It takes about 365 days. We call this time 1 year. Other planets have longer or shorter years. Mercury has a very short year. It takes only 88 days to go around the Sun once. But a year on Neptune takes around 60,000 days. We can think of the Earth as being in two parts, the top part and the bottom part. These are called hemispheres. The top of the Earth is called the northern hemisphere. The lower half is called the southern hemisphere. Sometimes the northern hemisphere is tilted toward the Sun, and sometimes it is tilted away from the Sun. In January, the northern hemisphere is tilted away from the Sun, so it doesn't get much of the Sun's light. The southern hemisphere gets more sunlight. So the southern hemisphere has summer while the northern hemisphere has winter. The southern hemisphere has longer days. The northern hemisphere has shorter days. The North Pole is now in darkness for 6 months because it is tilted away from the Sun. And the South Pole has 6 months of day because it is always tilted towards the Sun. In June, the northern hemisphere is tilted toward the Sun. It gets more direct sunlight. It's summertime in the northern hemisphere. What season is it in the southern hemisphere? That's right. Winter. Now the southern hemisphere gets shorter days. The northern hemisphere gets the longer ones. The poles are now in opposite positions to where they were in January, with the North Pole having 6 months of day and the South Pole 6 months of night. In March and September, the Sun is facing right at the middle of the Earth. The rays of the Sun hit the northern and southern hemispheres equally.
I hope you got a clear idea about the revolution of earth. Now, open your Social Studies Studio Volume 1, try solving exercise 3.6 in page 48 and 49. After completion, take a pic of your completed exercise and post it back in the WhatsApp group. Thank you and see you soon tomorrow.